I don't make enough money, and I don't get enough views on these videos to care about the current subject of the day. But I personally did like Linkin Park. I think they were a talented band. They made good music. They were good people. And it is wrong the way that their SJWs are trying to portray this as he was just a racist white guy, culturally creating some kind of cultural hegemony toward black culture and rap music. Nobody owns black rap music, but what people do own is their own lives. I'm just going to cut right to the chase. I don't like the fact that he killed himself, because I know people that tend to kill themselves do so because they're going through a lot of pain, and they figure the despair of emptiness that is death, that is the lack of life, because a lot of us don't believe in an afterlife. So what is there after death? Nothing. There is no you to care about life after death. There is no you to care about anything. It's not even like being asleep, because there's no sense of consciousness. Even when you're asleep, you're still aware of a you when you dream. When you dream, there is you, and you are aware of a fantastical environment that you create. It might be irrational, but there's still a you. But when you die, there is no you. There is no you to express discontentment or fear or anxiety or pain or happiness or joy or anything. There is nothing after death. It is more black than what's behind me. There is nothing. And that's not a concept people want to think about too much, because it puts into perspective, what are you doing with your life? But then again, what could you do with your life? Let's say even if you did the impossible. You cured cancer. You saved tens of thousands of lives. You did all the good things in the world. Or you didn't. You were a megalomaniac. You were a despot. You were a mass murderer. You were a child rapist. What does it matter when in the end, this is what awaits you? The void. Nothing. The nothing doesn't care either way. The nothing doesn't care if you were the worst person or the best person. Only you can care. And at the end of the day, he didn't care himself, because for reasons I don't know. I don't know his life, but that was his life, and it was his choice to make. Would I have done the same thing? No. But it was his life, and he has every right to end it if he wants to. It amazes me how the same people that are so vehement to be pro-choice and pro-abortion can't conceive the concept that people have the right to kill themselves if they want to, whether it be out of mental illness or not. Mental illness or not, they are still a conscious human being. They still go through pain and suffering, and it is still ultimately their decision, because it is ultimately them that's going to have to face that emptiness in the end, and it's ultimately them that can see through their own eyes. We can't see through their eyes. We don't know what they're going through. So unless their death somehow affects us, we don't have a say in it. The only person that would potentially have a say in his suicide is his family, is anybody he owes money to, perhaps anybody he's wronged. That's how law works. That's how criminal justice works. But for us to just say that he doesn't have the right to kill himself, no, that's wrong. He does have the right to kill himself. It's just sad that he would have to reach that point. We shouldn't ask ourselves why he did it and why he shouldn't be able to do it. We should ask what motivated him to reach such a point where he was willing to deal with the absence of self, the absence of life. What was so bad about his life that he had to go to that extreme? Maybe he didn't have a reason to go to that extreme. Maybe he was just really, really depressed and needed some antidepressants. Who knows? But the point is that you're asking the wrong questions. People do that a lot. And then they want to blame everybody else and ban them and shit because they're stupid white people. And there's a lot of shit to worry about. In another topic, they don't want you to have more than 10 grand of cash at a time, supposedly to stop, drug trafficking and things. That's why Duterte is mass murdering people, to stop drug trafficking. Okay. But the point is, I can understand that you don't need more than 10 grand in cash on your person. But let's face it, there are plenty of tax evaders, there are plenty of embezzlers and things like that that they could go after, moderators, but they don't. This isn't about going after tax evasion and embezzlement and drug lords. This is just about controlling where the money is going and coming from. They know shit's gonna go down, and they want to know what you're doing with your money at all times. That's understandable. It's when chaos erupts, the state has to become more authoritarian, or else there won't be a state. You see, that is the void for the national apparatus. They are worried about death because their own self-destructive capitalist nature has gotten the better of them. So now they're desperate. Fascism is capitalism in decay. And so this isn't going to be the mark of the beast, Illuminati. They're not going to get rid of capitalism. That would be dumb. They're not going to do that. But what they are going to do is crack down on you. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to hurt moderators. If it did, I'd be all for it. But I think it's just going to hurt a lot of innocent people that really aren't doing anything wrong. They might just be upper middle class and going from place to place, and they're going to be very inconvenienced. They may even go to jail over some dumb shit. I guarantee you, most moderators that are evading their taxes and embezzling money and shit, they don't leave their fucking house. Why would they need to? They could just sit around all day and people just throw money at them just to turn around and ban the people that were throwing money at them. It's the perfect setup. They get to be dicks to the people that pay for their ass. It's fucking evil, it's twisted, it's wrong, but it is. And so it's not going to hurt bad people. It's only going to hurt, it might hurt some bad people, but only unintentionally. It's mostly just going to hurt people, good people. And then you wonder why the Linkin Park guy killed himself. That's the kind of world you live in.